Hi everybody, I'm Jen Thompson and welcome back to Everyday Wellness. It is Lent season and so that means for many of us we are eating no meat on Fridays. I had an idea of doing my favorite fish recipe for you. This is not a very fishy fish, if that makes sense at all. It has a very mild flavor. I'm using flounder today. It is wild caught and I actually got this one from Kroger in the freezer section. Fresh is great, of course, but I live in Ohio, so I'm not getting that. So today is just going to be a frozen, they're absolutely frozen right now as well, and I'm going to put this wonderful sauce on top that you'll actually be able to use on chicken as well, and it tastes good there too. But my family eats it up, and it's pretty tasty, so let's get going. In a small bowl, I am going to put mustard. Now, I have a couple different choices out here. It just takes 1 tablespoon, so you could use regular mustard. I've got Dijon, or I haven't opened this one yet, but it's a sriracha mustard. So if you like a little fire to your dishes, you can do that. I'm just going to use the regular mustard today, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. I learned this recipe when I was living in Hilton Head, working at the Health Institute. It was one of my favorite recipes. Okay, next is mayonnaise. Now you can use whatever mayonnaise. I actually have right now, this one came from Fresh Thyme. It's the organic mayonnaise that they have there. And it's 3 tablespoons of this. So I do a little bit of estimating at times. So looks like I'm gonna finish up this. Okay, so it's 3 tablespoons mayonnaise. And then to make it a little bit of a honey Dijon sweetness to it, I'm using Sunshine's honey, we call it, Finley's honey. Yeah. And I'm just gonna put a little bit in there, okay? Maybe a teaspoon.
Just so you don't make me mad.
And then I'm just gonna stir it up. Now, to give it a little bit more flavor, I mean, this is good alone, but so we have a little honey Dijon sauce. So I'm just gonna put just a little bit too of Italian seasoning. This is the Mrs. Dash, so it's very low salt. Just a little bit to throw some Italian spice in there. Okay, so how easy is this? This meal will not take long at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a pretty good amount on the fish. And again, this is frozen. I preheated the oven to 350. And once I have this all done, you'll just put it in the oven for probably 30-35 minutes until the fish is done, and you'll know. It'll be so tender too, it'll just fall apart. Okay, so now to top it,
it looks like ice.
I'm using the Bihns Crushed Wheat product. You could use breadcrumbs. I just tend not to even buy them anymore. I just use this as my breadcrumbs. And so this is the number 2 crushed wheat, and I just sprinkle it on top. So you kind of have a crust to it. Now you could also use almonds crushed up on top. I think that would be pretty good. But you just give it a nice little topping. So then when you bake it, it has a little bit of a crunch to it, a little bit of a crunch. And this is such a family favorite. We use this a lot during Lent. It's my favorite fish recipe to go to when I'm just craving fish. And it gives you a different protein source, okay? So I have a red color, if you're counting your containers, this is a red. And then just I wouldn't even know if you should count it, of the bread crumbs on top. But maybe a 1/4, if that. It's hard to even say. And then I brought out the green container because you want to team up your fish with a good vegetable. So asparagus or broccoli roasted in the oven. What a good combination to serve with your fish. So super easy recipe. I hope you use it and try it this Lenten season. And keep visiting for more recipes on Everyday Wellness.